Yes, we are here for part 2. Welcome, welcome. Happy Christmas Eve. I am tired as shit. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see here. Dude, as I finished cleaning, this evening, I just finished cleaning my turtle. My granny brings all the mats from inside the house, and she puts it downstairs, and she's like, here it is. I said, what do you mean, here it is? She said, the mats, I changed all the mats in the house while you were cleaning your turtle. I said, and what am I supposed to do with these? She said, oh, we'll wash them tomorrow. It's Christmas tomorrow. You won't be still doing chores on Christmas and cleaning. Are you out of your damn mind? Anyways, Soul Reaver 2. We finished Soul Reaver 1 about a week ago, and it ended with us, Kain running away into the multiverse, and us following suit through whatever time machine there was. And we got intercepted by Mobius, the timekeeper, or keeper of time, or whoever. So let's see where Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2... Ooh, that's kind of loud. Hold on. There we go. Where Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 carries on from. Let's see. So... Okay. So Soul Reaver 1 came out in 1999. Soul Reaver 2 came out in 2001. So you had to wait, let's see, that's 1999. 1, 2. You had to wait 2 years for the sequel for this. I mean, still, with how Soul Reaver 1 ended, it was pretty rough to have to wait 2 years. Okay, they updated the menu for this, so I'll be swapping a lot back and forth between the OG and the remastered graphics. But I do like the remastered menu. We just jump in. We just jump in. Okay. So this is the end of Soul Reaver 1 recap.
I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined.
The music is bumping.
Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an
found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Yeet.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good?
And this is just 2 years
The
of, you know,
Sarafan were saviors,
difference.
defending Nazgûl from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
Goofy hit noises.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
No, these are the original clips, I believe.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds. Completely.
That's a crazy opening.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual.
Okay, let me pause there. What a fucking opening, because they basically recapped the end of Soul Reaver 1. And they made the ending a lot more fangirling. I am fangirling in a sense, but like quietly. I'm not gonna be losing my mind and stuff like that, because I have a slight headache and I am tired. But I like how they recapped the first game, the ending, and they took it and they made it a little bit more climactic, because at the end of the first game, it was very just, you know, they were just standing and monologuing. But in Soul Reaver 2 so far, they took the same monologuing, but they added that they were beefing with each other and fighting and whatnot and throwing each other across the room. So I actually like that touch. Could it have been put in Soul Reaver 1? I don't know. I feel like maybe the video limitations and graphical limitations wouldn't have, you know, who knows. I do know that they had to rush Soul Reaver 1 though to wrap it up. That's why there's a handful of cut content from it. So, but let's see. How do you look? Okay, that is a glow up. But let's see how the original looks, and then we go from there.
Question. In your case, when might be more apt?
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
Well, this is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius.
And Mobius is the guy that pulled us from the time stream at the end of Soul Reaver 1. He's the one that you meet the time pillar and whatnot. So we're literally just immediately picking up after where Soul Reaver 1 ended, not even skipping a beat. Like, this is just immediately as soon as Soul Reaver 1 ends and before the credits roll.
I know who and what you are. I should kill you where
Nice
you
first.
stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
Ah, you two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name?
That's
We
a
have never
yee ass haircut, bro.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered.
No, Voromir is a priest. He's one of the pillars. So there's the many pillars in Nosgoth. Kain's a pillar, Mobius is a pillar, Ariel was a pillar, and each pillar represents something different in Nosgoth. So Mobius is the time pillar, Ariel was the... I think she was the human pillar or something like that. I can't remember, but each pillar represents something different, and they all have to, you know, coexist for the longevity of the world and balance and stuff like that. But Kain, I believe, was supposed to be one of the pillars that sacrificed himself, and he refused the sacrifice, and thus the pillars became corrupt, and that's why Nosgoth is basically deteriorating, because he's messing with the timeline of that place, I believe, or something like that.
Defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others.
The eyebrow move.
The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then, but consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril.
There you go.
You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Sure.
My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how, I had not yet discovered.
Well, that was a fucking opening. Holy. That legit was like 16 minutes of cutscene. I'm not even kidding. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we got our crouch, jump. Okay, we have like a more extra jump. He's like all posed up and stuff like that. Okay. We have block. Okay, that's new. Then we have sneak. Then we have third person. They gave him new noises when he swipes. Okay. Excuse me? All of that? I have a kick? Okay, we still feed. You can piece people up. What the fuck? What's my pause menu look like? Okay. Okay. So we need to get out of here, is what he said. And we need to go through there. Well, they made the door look nice. Okay, that's new. weapon? Aha. Hey, yo? Okay. So immediately out the gate in the OG, when you press triangle or Y, you would just, you know, you throw your weapon. But with this one, they gave you like a heavy attack with the weapon. And then you could aim and then throw. Okay. I got a fucking machete. Yeah, that was blood. Okay. We'll stick with the...
Over there! Taste my blade, vampire!
I busted my hand through his chest. I need a weapon. I guess because these are human, so they don't really pose that much of a threat. Like my finisher, I push my hand through his chest. Damn. Oh yeah, what do these guys look like in OG? Let's see. That's a fucking bat. Whoa! I did not see you.
Taste my blade, vampire!
Alright, we'll use big ass sword this time. The like combat stance thing where like the stance you go into to dodge and stuff like that feels really wonky. So I feel like that's gonna kick my ass going forward already.
Die, fiend!
Oh damn. Well, that's her cabeza. We're progressive. I do like the texturing of the
Throughout
floor in the older one.
stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Just vampire heads? Okay. Must be in Spectral. Do I still have... Wait, can I? Okay, I still have my powers then. Okay. Because I was like, wait, does that carry over from Soul Reaver 1? Or did I get my shit stolen when Mobius took my Soul Reaver in the material world? Interesting sound. Okay. I remember seeing this in the trailer.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Prepare to die.
Ow. Bro, I just eviscerated her. What the fuck?
There's one!
What is that noise? Damn. Okay, interesting.
Taste my blade, vampire!
Very interesting so far. Very interesting.
Prepare to die. Prepare to die.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo,
as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself.
Yeah, the camera work, you can definitely tell that, you know, Soul Reaver 1 is a product of its time, and what they wanted to do with Soul Reaver 1, they definitely are going hard with Soul Reaver 2 so far.
Laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused, and for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host,
When you hit that
felt my
Zaza,
soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man.
Yeah,
Bound
just the head
together
whoop.
as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you
Motherfucker, I just
human
met you
Mobius.
15 minutes ago.
Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant.
You talk so much shit, Mobius. Oh my gosh, man. Please say I can kill you in this game. Oh my... I'm tired of this guy already. It's only 35 minutes in. I need this guy gone.
And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one
No,
God
he's
we
speaking
both serve.
nonsense.
You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger
Aroused?
on me.
Wait, it literally cut my HP by like 3/4. Okay, so tap B twice to activate the Soul Reaver. I kinda don't want to do that just yet. Oh, that's locked, okay. But that's an interesting mechanic, because one of the hardest things to do in Soul Reaver 1. What are you talking about your nose? So the hardest thing in Soul Reaver 1 was, and you're gonna hear me say that back and forth all the time, the hardest thing was just maintaining your Soul Reaver, because the sword itself, the Soul Reaver, it's the most broken weapon in the game. That's such an audible head scratch, Raziel. Jesus Christ. But it's like a glass cannon type of weapon, because it is super strong against everything. Bro, Kraken is back. I like how they added more idle animations for him. Oh shit, my health is draining. Okay.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
But he said that I can... Okay, so... But he said I can pull out the Soul Reaver now, regardless of my HP. And then I can cancel it. But it's literally eating my ass right now.
Get him. Prepare to die.
Okay, so there's that bar. Because he said if it gets over-aroused, it'll start feeding on me or something like that. So I can't use it too much. So I have to balance how I use the Soul Reaver and other weapons.
Strange how my history came full circle.
Yeah, Zephon.
This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. all of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Seraphan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Ow! Well, let's have a little look here. So we got Turil, which is who the Tomb Guardians are, the guys with the projectiles. We got Rahab, that's our seahorse guy. He's the fish brother that adapted to the water. And we have Melchiah, that's the youngest of all of us, who was the amalgamation that we first fought. That's the first boss that we fight. Then we have Dumas, which was the last brother that we fought. We have Zephon, Mr. Spider-Man himself. But I don't have a portrait. I have a statue though, which is interesting. So I need to get up there. Fly? You mean use the stairs? Are we back to the beginning now? Oh, hello.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there,
It does.
I would not disappoint him.
Okay, but can I swim is the real question. Do I still have all my abilities? I do. Well, it makes sense that I still have all my abilities because, like I said, Soul Reaver 2 is literally minutes before minutes after Soul Reaver 1.
I did
my
not
bad.
yet possess the means to unlock this barrier. this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
Okay. I assume I was on the right path. I just need a different type of Reaver, maybe?
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Okay, let's go. I'm still like, the script for this is honestly insane. Just the voice acting for this is genuinely chef kiss. So we have a checkpoint here in the event that we die. We'll get respawned here. Honestly, it is pure poetry. Like, that's why I'm like, if they ever remake this game, which I hope they do, they need to get some serious voice actors and people who are passionate about voice acting of this series. That's crazy that we're just on the outdoors. There doesn't seem to be anything here.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary.
So we got a respawn point with the one that we just activated with the Soul Reaver, and this, I assume, is a checkpoint or fast travel? I don't know if we have that in this game.
And from which I could resume my journey.
Oh, there's save points. Okay. Just flat out save points instead. Because I know with this first one, it was just save and pause and save. So there's actual save points I need to go to. Nice, but at the same time, I would have liked to just, pause and do my thing as we go. I was about to be like, where do I go? Just gotta keep looking around.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
I mean, I can try.
There's one. Get it. Prepare to die.
Ow. Holy.
Prepare to die.
Whoa, whoa. That stun was crazy. Yeah, I got stunned, what, 2 times in a row there? Damn, they fucking up the vampires. Excuse me? Did he just shoot me? Can I get my weapon? Thank you.
Over there.
They were fucking piecing me the fuck up, bro. Alright, I'm kind of getting the hang of the combat now. What are these, though, is the thing. Keep forgetting I have a block button. Excuse me? They have dogs? They have dogs now, what the shit? Yeah, they just sicked a dog on me. Yeah, look. have trained dogs with spiked helmets and shit. Ow! Oh yeah, he has a gun. Okay, we got a checkpoint now. Okay, so that's up there. Yeah, I shit you not, I was fully prepared for that dog to just run across the water and jump me. Like, genuinely. But I guess the limitations of the systems and whatnot, or they just didn't want that to be a thing. Like, I keep seeing these, like, what am I supposed to do with these? There's different insignias and shit like that on them as we go. But I guess, like, I'll figure that out as we go.
Seize him.
You need to put your gat down, homie. So, let me see here. Let me just like put 2 and 2 together here. So we reforged the Soul Reaver, and we have like the OG Soul Reaver now, and we can use it whenever we want, instead of Soul Reaver 1, where you could only use it at full HP, and it sustained you in the material world, but now it just permanently drains us. Let me try something. Let me manifest it, and I'll have it here and see if it drains me, because it's supposed to sustain me in the material world, right? The only thing he mentioned is that don't overuse it, because then it'll start feeding on you. No, I see my life depleting. Oh, let me move my little guy first so you can see. There we go. Yeah, my health is still draining, even with it on or off, so... So is it more powerful? So interesting.
These vampires had nothing in
My bad, Raziel. Continue.
common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Yeah, so I'm like... So it's still draining me, whether I have it summoned or not. Either I need to, like... There'll be more stuff they reveal, or I'll need to, like, read up on how the Soul Reaver works in this game, but... It does seem more powerful, and it destroys people when you kill them, and just auto-absorbs their soul or something. I don't know. So it's a weird way. Okay. It's like a weird...
There's one.
sticks leggy out real far there.
The pillars of Nosgoth. Pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy
The
them.
canker is crazy.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain. Though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the Circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly.
Damn, they put some meat on
30
Kain.
years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. As the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species, Mobius, made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me.
To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently, sir. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Talk about fucking lore dumping. That it is so much lore to take in. I could listen to Raziel and Kain have a back and forth for forever, honestly. They are such sassy little old men. Where do we need to go? I guess there? I should still have my scooter
I didn't
powers.
know what
Oh,
impulse stayed my hand. Why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
y'all really want me to swap here? Alright. Oh. I see. Come here, Mr. Scully. I need your life force. Thank you. I thought it was a mob and I had to kill it. Damn.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Ugh. Every time he does that eyebrow raise, I'm like, LGTV?
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Had to do Santa puts presents under the tree mission. I never had to do that, but I remember my grandparents and whatnot doing that. You'd sleep and wake up and all that jazz. Especially, well, you missed. There was a long we met Kain, and there was a long exchange between us. But basically, Kain is saying that he also is being used in all of this, and that the demise of Nosgoth was sort of preordained and kind of put into motion. Like, it was set up, basically. Kain was set up, Raziel has been set up, Nosgoth just decaying has been set up. So Kain told us, just hear me out. Don't kill me just yet, just hear me out and uncover a few more secrets so that you can learn what's truly going on, and vice versa. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, we ball. And then we just reached we did a little bit more exploring, and Raziel said that he feels like he's being watched. So I feel like somebody's probably gonna pop up. It might have something to do with the crows, because the crows aren't normal crows. They keep turning into like this green gas versus, you know, just flying away like normal crows. So I feel like it has something to do with the crows that are watching us. But yeah, it's been so much lore dumping, and like I said, I could easily listen to Kain and Raziel just beef back and forth all the time. And then there's this mural that we found that we're like an angel savior type of shit. So there's more than meets the eye, because that's us. We're supposed to be like some, I don't know. What the fuck are you? What are you? What are these? What the shit? Interesting. These things have no souls. Yeah, they have no souls to suck. Okay. What the hell is going on? Who's saying my name? I've noticed that between the remaster and Soul Reaver 2, there's not that much of a graphical difference outside of the model, but like the environment is very, very, very slightly tweaked. In some places, it's very very minuscule. Some places it's more noticeable, but I feel like what they did with Soul Reaver 2, the engine at least graphically, I feel like, you know, they hit it out of the park the first time because this is OG, and then this is remaster. It's like so tiny. Who keeps saying my name? Leave me alone.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war.
You're not behind me, sit down.
With combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver
No,
itself.
you smell like cheese.
Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Ah, homeboy's back. Is this our base of operation now?
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous.
You hit him with the sass.
I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful,
Yeah.
Raziel.
He's like, you've grown sassy, Raziel. I don't like this. Go back to being, you know, reliant on me. It's like, no, this is an abusive relationship.
But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's.
The kid.
In fact, I am beset by
The
manipulation
kids
on
are
all
fighting.
sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. but the wheel must turn.
It really is.
Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth.
Why don't you do it yourself,
Blood
Squid Man?
belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Now you talking too much shit, Squid Man. I don't want to hear all that nonsense from you. Save point. Okay, so I am gonna go pee real quick, and we shall continue when I get back. I return. So Raziel has the toxic divorced couple vibes with the elder god or whatever his name is, and then we have like freshly divorced. Actually, no. Kain and Raziel give off situationship vibes, and the elder tentacle god and Raziel give off divorced couple vibes. It's like, oh my god, can you people just, I don't know, kiss and make up or some shit? Holy, why are we always fighting in front of the kids? So let's continue. We'll play maybe like, I don't know, another 30 minutes or so, and then call it, because I'm very tired and I'm hungry. But interesting that they have these save points, though. Where do I go, though? There's homeboy.
Tread carefully, Raziel.
Why should I? I ought to swim and poke your eye out. What are these things, man? We should be able to climb, right? Yeah. Whoa, hello. Is there a reason to climb up there, though? That's just to get back up there. No, you can't drown in this game. See, there's all these things that I don't know what they do. Maybe that's for future me to handle. Dude, there's so much shit to explore. Okay, so I went the right way then.
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Inquesting. Yeah, there's like I feel like, yeah, the world is definitely bigger from Soul Reaver 1. I feel like there's just so much more to explore. No, the residents are not evil. Hold on, let me... Get me out of the water. Okay. Place that there. Let me get back my torch. Because I was like, do I need to light those? Is it only one torch? No. Okay. Thank the Lord. Okay, so I thought I was like, can you light those? Well, you can't. Okay. Oh, hello.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him.
Come.
But first, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
No, 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 no. No, how are you gonna spam that move? Oh. Merry Christmas. I just started hearing fireworks outside my window. Yeah, she beat the shit out of me. But yeah, Merry Christmas, Julie. It is now Christmas here. And yeah, I just heard the fireworks or whatnot. I'm like, but still though, fireworks people, really? Come on now. We're in 2024, almost 2025. We can afford to, you know, get rid of the fireworks. You know? It's so smoky, it's loud. Maybe I'm just old and cranky, but we can afford to get rid of the fireworks. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. And if it isn't Christmas yet, Merry Christmas Eve still. But it's Christmas here. It is 12:04 a.m. the 25th of December. So yeah. Can you actually? Okay, so you might be able to hear you'll be hearing the fireworks in the back. But yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let today be a day full of joy, gifts, quality time with friends and family, and just overall a love-filled time and stuff like that. And if you don't get along with your family, then spend Christmas with your friends, because found family is also a very real thing. And you know, you might not get along with your family, but you get along with your found family, aka your close friends and stuff like that. So hold them close, and yeah, just spread the love. We live in a horrible, horrible time, so any love and empathy goes a long way. And cheers to yet another year, another Christmas down. And yeah, hopefully this year ends on a good note. It's a big ass frog, man. Oh, that was a loud one.
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Well, I do say... Oh, wait, no.
Seize him! Taste my blade, vampire!
Seize these nuts, bro. Ow. Okay. It was a joke. Okay, so I came up from here.
To arms!
I was gonna shift, but I see some climbage. Oh, is that what I need to do? I just climb over the thingamabob? Okay. Justice reigns from above. Wrong game, but you know. It's the alt voice line for Farah from Overwatch. Justice reigns from above.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine too was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Huh. Oh, we got an asshole with a shield now. Do we get a shield? Oh, it's no. Puzzle. New puzzle alert. Boonk. On guard. These guys are truly something now. Where the shit is the phase? Any phasers? Yeah. Yes, sir. I will say, like, the game is just, it's very cinematic. But I want to go back here. Oh, hello. Okay. That's a kill animation if I've ever seen one. I literally jumped on him and split him in half. Interesting. Got these little gunk swords.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race, the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Interesting. Oh, what the? Okay, so there's 2 climbable paths up there. Ah, parkour. I see a new weapon. What's all this? Puzzle time. I think I saw this in the trailer. Does that mean I know how to do it? Absolutely not. But I did see it in the trailer, so. Okay. I think the next save point that I get to, I will probably call it a night because I'm hungry and I don't want to push my headache. Where the shit? Yeah, I've been having like this weird gas since yesterday. It's not debilitating like when I had like really bad gas for a week. I was really bloated. I had some kind of weird stomach bug. But yeah, just eat, stay healthy, stay full. Ugh. Hello. Dramatic ass deaths, bro. Is this what I need to do? Can I even get over there? I see the Soul Reaver icon, so I'm like, I am implored to thinking that it has something to do with that. Because I came in here the Spectral and there's nothing else really. So let's see. Oh. Okay. The music is really good. Like, they definitely upped it from Soul Reaver 1. So do I use my Soul Reaver and just blast that? No. I can't. Alright. I feel like I need to come back to this side. At least that's how I feel. I feel like I need to come back to that side. Okay. Because that's the only place that I can go. Okay. So now we can go here. Let me grab my... Oh, shit. I want my weapon. Thank you. I don't think I can shine the planet. I just shunned the planet. I think that is something we need to do later. Because, as you saw there, it's missing, I think, a shield from one of those guys that I got before to open the door. So I think this is where that comes into play. Who is just spitting shit at me, and then you're running? Okay. I go to shift back? Ah, alright, there we go. Okay. Weapon. Excuse me? Why you... Stop dodging! Merry Christmas, Jesse. Hope you have a good one, man. I'm getting fucked up by ghouls. Alright, there we go. Just sucking everybody up now. And hello, YOLO. The reaving is going. I am thoroughly enjoying myself. This is... what an upgrade from Soul Reaver 1 already. Just from the gameplay to the camera angles to the cutscenes to the lore as well too. And then I assume... aha! It's shield time. Wait, only one shield? Fuck. Interesting. I'll take a torch because I need a weapon. Oh, do I need to block? No, or... Why can't I drag this? Oh. Now can I drag this? What's the catch here? And I get in there how? Is there a way for me to get up there? I'm thinking. It looks like there is a way for me to get up there. Aha! Damn, bro, you didn't gotta yoink it like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're back here. I think now we can light up the planets. Wait, where the shit is the light from here? No, it's not planet time yet. Because that has no light. Yeah, it has no more light anymore in that. And that's perma-locked. I think there is something left that I need to do over there. Because I came... We dropped down. I think I came from this way? No. Alright, so this is the beginning. I think we dropped from up there. Right, this is where we came from. I'm missing something. Why does it say it's a Soul Reaver? There's something I need to do. Oh, was I supposed to climb and... No. Was I? No, I can't even pick it up anymore, so... That opened because of the sun. Let me try moving this again. Okay, so I... Okay. So it doesn't have light when I turn it to that way. Holy shit. Turn it away, I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, because when you turn it that way, the light goes away. So I feel like, I think I need... Now I need to go to this side, I think. Because there's this one here. Not these MFs dipping and dodging. Fucking Muhammad Ali over here. But it's like, am I missing something? I don't think I can make this jump. I did not mean to jump off. This has to do something with it. I feel like this has something to do with it. Because why else is this here? Camilla's Fly. It is a classic game. Welcome, welcome. It's a classic game, and these classic puzzles are kicking my ass. Because why else would this one be here? But how you doing? How you doing, Fly? Welcome, welcome. Because I feel like I need to do something with that one over there, but I don't know what. I don't think I could jump and glide over there. There has to be something that I'm missing. Okay. Well, what did I say? I said there has to be something that I'm missing. So do I... What do I... What's the goal here now? Oh! The shadow casts a bridge? Is that what that does? That is exactly what that does. How the hell was I supposed to even realize that? Also, Merry Christmas, Fly. Well, from my time zone, it's Christmas here. So Merry Christmas. What better way to bring Christmas in by playing a classic game? Whoa! I almost dropped my phone. What the hell is this? Is this where I use Dumas power? I guess it is. Pure bullshittery. But are you doing anything for Christmas, Fly? I know some people celebrate it, some people don't. It's something of a big thing in my family, so we'll have a big old Christmas lunch, and everyone's gonna come over and whatnot. Honestly, probably one of the best games about vampires too. The lore and the voice acting is insane for this game, and I'm really happy it got a remaster, but I want a remake. Okay, what's all this then?
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
Okay. So I have the Dark Reaver now? Will this drain me? I guess we'll just have to see. Where was the thingamabob now? I think it was out front. The doohickey. I was hesitant about it too, but it's the same team that did the Tomb Raider remasters, and those went over pretty well.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The
You're fine. I understood what you meant.
But these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
So whenever my Reaver goes back to a different state, I can just come over here and I can get the Dark Reaver. It's still draining me of my HP though, so... Do we just head out front, I guess?
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognize this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Ah. Whoop. Epilepsy warning. Okay.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
Let's see. I just want to, with the blood on my 2 sides, the remnant of the Seer's Lord. I mean, that's fair. But I think these Soul Reaver remasters were handled well. So, Blood Omen 2, Blood Omen 2, and Defiance, I think, should be in good hands. If they just do remasters. If they're doing full-on remakes, the voice acting I'm a bit hesitant on, because I feel like what they were able to do with the original games is just chef kiss perfect. So they have really big shoes to fill when it comes to that.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged
This green
from
bastard.
that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origin, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the pillars' destruction, or their salvation?
Neither.
Yeah, get out of my way, weed man.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and
Your head is so
forbidden
smooth.
for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades.
He's very
of the
moisturized.
Seraph.
He's doing his exfoliation
And now
and
the
scrubs.
same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
Vape
I
Nation.
had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far.
I think it's his personality.
If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Seize him!
Oh! Remember, folks, it's what's on the inside that counts. You could be raggedy like Raziel and still pull hella girls. Or Vormir. Vorador, my bad. Vormir is... that's Marvel. Decapitation. So where the hell does he want me to go again? The shrine? This swamp. You'll never get me alive. Leave me alone. Okay, I did say next save point. I will call it there because I'm hungry and I do not want to push myself when it comes to my headache. So we're gonna save here and we're gonna call it. I think we've been playing for a good session. It's been, let's see here. Okay. We've been playing for 2 hours. I think that's a good portion. We started the game, we got a lot of lore, a lot of updates, met Mobius, Vorador, Kain. Got some prophecies put onto us and some more lore. We got the Dark Reaver. And we encountered, you know, just new enemies, new weapon types. We can block. The Soul Reaver has a new interaction, or how it operates. Interesting puzzles, and overall just amazing so far. Love the world building, love all the characters and enemies that we've encountered, and it's just so far 1,000,000% a step up from what Soul Reaver 1 was. So I think people would definitely be happy after they waited 2 years or so. When they played the originals, they played Soul Reaver 1 and then they waited 2 years for Soul Reaver 2. I think they'd be really happy with Soul Reaver 2 waiting that 2 years for a game like this. But I'm hungry, head slightly hurts. I'm gonna go take care of myself and whatnot and just relax for the night. Merry Christmas again to everyone. Fly, Julie, Anantha, Jesse, all of you guys. Merry Christmas. And I'll catch you guys next stream. Bye-bye.